This is Henle, Latin, second year, page 378. De Adventu Gallorum. Caesar's conquest of Gaul began in 58 BC. Centuries before, the Gauls had invaded Italy, and the terror of that invasion remained indelibly in the memory of Rome. Before beginning Caesar's account of his own conquest, we shall read the story of this first clash between Roman and Gallic arms. Veniunt Galli. The Gauls are coming. 391 BC. This is about 300 years before Caesar. Galli qui trans renum progressi erant, omnes quae Galliae agros occupaverant, novorum agrorum cupidi, per Alpes in Italiam venerant. The Gauls, who crossed the Rhine, had come, here's a deponent in the pluperfect, and had seized, here's a regular pluperfect verb, non-deponent, all the fields of the Gauls, eager of new fields, through the Alps into Italy came. Agros qui sub montibus erant occupaverant. They seized the fields which were under the mountains. Tum infines Clusinorum copias duxerant. Then, into the boundaries of the Clusini, from Clusium, an important town in Etruria, they led their troops into the Clusinori's boundaries. Ut eos vicerent, eorumque agros caperent, in order that they might conquer them and seize the fields of them. Clusini hoc novo bello territisunt. The Clusini were terrified. Here's a regular passive verb. They were terrified by means of this new war. Itaque legatos an Romanos miserant. Therefore, they sent envoys to the Romans, qui, who, and here's a subjunctive qui clause, auxilium ab senatu peterent, who might ask for help from the Senate, and here's an ablative of agent. Atque amicitiam cum populo Romano confirmarent, and in order to confirm the friendship with the Roman people. Auxilium Romani non miserant, so the Romans did not send help, sed legatos, qui nomine senatus populique Romani, cum Gallis de Clusinorum salute agerent miserant. So they did not send help, but they sent envoys who, in the name of the Senate and people of Rome, would treat with the Gauls on behalf of the safety or welfare of the Clusini. Romani enim belli cupidi non erant. For the Romans were not eager for war. Sed ad bellum amicitiae Clusinorum causa erant parati. But were prepared for, it's like an ablative of means here, like for the cause of the friendship of the Clusini, they were prepared to go to war. Illi tamen legati acriores atque magis Galles quam Romanis similes erant, Those, so they're talking about the Roman envoys, illi. Those envoys, nevertheless, tamen, were more fierce and more like Gauls than Romans. So they were more fierce. So illi legati, those envoys, however, were more fierce and more like the Gauls than Romans. Qui cum ad Gallos perveniscent, who, when they had found the Gauls, in concilio cum eis egerant. When they had come to the Gauls, they treated with them in council. So they dealt with them in council with them. Hoc responsum a Gallis datum est. So this response from the Gauls was given. Here's a passive. The Roman name is new to us, yet we do believe the Romans to be valiant fighters, since from them the Clusini have sought help in their extremity. Since the Romans have chosen to deal with us peacefully, we will not spurn the proffered peace. But unless the Clusini cede land to us, there can be no peace. If they refuse to do so, we shall fight before the eyes of the Roman envoys, so that they may report our superior prowess to Rome. I think that's funny that the Roman name is new to us. Imagine not having heard of the Romans. Tum Clusini et Galli proelium committeebant. Then the Clusini and the Gauls were committing to war. Ibi legati Romani contra ius gentium arma ceperant, atque cum Clusinis Gallos agre diebantur. Then the Clusini and the Gauls joined battle. There the Roman envoys, so Ibi is there, legati Romani, the Roman envoys, against ius gentium, that is, against the laws or the customs of nations, took arms, so arma ceperunt, and with the Clusini were fighting with the Gauls. And there's another deponent. They were fighting. It's in the past imperfect. Quintus Fabius, legatus Romanus, fortissimus et nobilissimus. So Quintus Fabius, a Roman envoy, most brave and noble, ducem Gallorum occidit, killed the leader of the Gauls. Galli legatos Romanos agnoverunt. That means recognized. So we know cognosco is to know. So agnosco is to recognize. So here we are. The Gauls recognized the Roman envoys. Statim e proelio se receperunt. So immediately, A is short for X, out of the battle, they remove themselves. Atque, here's a reflexive. Atque cum de hac gravissima re concilium cepissent. And when they had taken counsel concerning this very grave matter, so cum is with this most grave matter, they took counsel. Legatus ad senatum Romanum miserunt. They sent the envoys to the Roman Senate, qui de hac injuria agerant, in order that qui, this is another qui subjunctive clause, they might deal with this injury. The Senate was greatly incensed at the action of its envoys and recognized the justice of the Gauls' complaint. Yet for political reasons, they referred the matter to the people. The influence of the popular Fabius outweighed justice. The citizens not only rejected the Gallic demands, but even elected Fabius a military tribune. Itaque Galli, cum ad suos se recepissent, bellum contra populum Romanum parabant. This is at the beginning of a big grudge. Therefore the Gauls, when they had returned themselves to their own people, so they returned themselves to their own, they were preparing a war against the Roman people.